toxic masculinity.
You're very dark.
It's okay. So the first super chat from Luke Mihalik. Pigs are used to find this fungi plus the word used to describe rearranging a deck of cards by sliding the cards over each other quickly.
Say that one more time.
I think you need to read that.
Okay. Who wrote it?
Luke.
Luke Mahalik.
Yeah. It's a super chat.
All right, I'm looking. Let's see here. All right, he writes, pigs are used to find this fungi, the word used to describe. So is he's talking about truffles. Oh, truffles, by sliding the cards over each other quickly. Truffle shuffle.
Truffle shuffle.
So he's saying truffle shuffle. I don't know what that means. You want me to do the truffle shuffle? I don't think it's going to happen, Luke. That's something from the show Goonies, which is excellent. I may be a bit fat, but I'm not that fat, Luke. Come on. Moving on.
And from patron Daniel.
Oh, patron Daniel.
Rachel Meadows looks like Al Bundy's
neighbor. Here's cat food money. Thank you. Yeah, Al Bundy's neighbor is actually a famously crazy progressive leftist lesbian who... the actress who ended up directing on the show and had this big the show was Married with Children, and she had like a sort of issue with the guy who played Al Bundy, because the guy who played Al Bundy is more of a conservative, so but it was like his show, he was the star, and so she was essentially screwed because she didn't like him, she wanted him off the show and all this kind of stuff, and what are they going to do, get rid of the star of the show? It doesn't make any sense. So he essentially had all the power, and it was an interesting, and she kind of cuts her hair real short like that, and I don't know, I've never understood why leftists, like Democrat, like feminist lesbians who constantly complain about white men, how much they hate them, why they always try to look like us. Stop cutting your hair like us. Figure out your own hairstyle, ladies. Stop trying to look like white men. It doesn't make any sense. You hate us, right? I feel like a teenage girl who's constantly being asked out by the nerd in school, going, "Why are you so obsessed with me?" Like, stop trying to be white men. If you hate white men, stop trying to be white men, you lunatic. Take a note from AOC. At least, as much as I find AOC insufferable and super annoying, at least she doesn't try to look like a man. That's something you got going for you, AOC, okay? I still haven't figured out whether I believe that AOC is a true believer in the crazy stuff that she says, or if she's just a really good con artist and is just like all the other Democrats and knows what she's saying is absolute garbage, but just pretends that she believes it so that she can be more popular. It's hard to know. I think she started out being a true believer, but I don't know where she's at now. Because she's got to have some sense that what she's saying is totally nonsense. All right, I think that's it. Are we done?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Luke's playing bingo, so he wanted to mention that I'm fat because that's one of the squares in their stupid bingo game. By the way, I kind of love your stupid bingo game. I think that's hilarious. All right, guys. Let us say goodbye for the weekend. I'm going to get some great new videos out coming up. I got a bunch of stuff I got to work on. And yeah, so a new video every day for the next 20 days, I think. That's what it's going to be. But some of them are, of course, going to be segments from this show because most of my viewers on Toxic Masculinity never see the stuff on here. So we're going to take some of the best stuff from this show and put it on to Mr.
We got
Reagan.
another super chat.
One more super chat. Jordan B. To distract your minds from politics, I wanted to ask you both what you love to do as a hobby outside of tech. Outside of tech as a hobby. Well, actually, that's a great question. We'll try to be quick about this. So obviously, I started working in Hollywood. I was trying to work in Hollywood as a writer. So I've written hundreds of short stories, TV shows, movies, nothing that's been sold or published ever. yeah, I've written hundreds of stuff. I'm a very, very keen writer. I love writing. And I occasionally want to tell some of my brilliant stories here on the show, but Valeria doesn't like it when I do that. But they are. I like the twist ending, right? So I watched Twilight Zone when I was a kid. I loved that, and I'm sort of obsessed with creating new stories and new worlds. I'm also an avid tennis player, or I was before I started this show. I love playing tennis. I've taught you how to play tennis. We've gone a few times, but I think the first time we went was when we were in Oregon on vacation, the Black Butte resort thing. Is that right? Yeah. And but I think we're going to be playing a bit of tennis when we go on vacation shortly, so that's nice. I love playing tennis, but I'm not that good at it. But I love playing. I never really got into golf. My dad's a big golfer. What are some of your hobbies, darling? Obviously, trading crypto. Valeria,
Yes.
can you hear that I'm speaking?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you texting someone?
No.
Would you like to share with the rest of the class? All right. Pay attention a little bit. Show a little bit of respect for the show. For crying out loud. What's going on? Is it Dogecoin? What are you texting?
It's not Dogecoin.
Okay, so you don't have to be texting anybody. That's a question.
I'm not texting anyone.
Well, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Come on.
Not doing
Come on.
anything.
And just tell the class what's happening. Share your
Nothing.
note.
I have my personal.
I feel like I'm dealing with a child half the time.
True.
Okay. So what do you like to do outside of the show, outside of trading crypto? She does have some Russian friends. She goes and hangs out with her Russian friends.
Reading
sometimes.
news about crypto.
Reading news about crypto. Yeah, it is kind of funny. We do kind of become like heavily involved in. Now, I'll tell you what my favorite thing to do is in the whole world. I love traveling. Traveling is my favorite thing. I love going to different countries, enjoying the different cultures. Unfortunately, because I married this one, I've not really been able to leave the country in, 3 years? So, yeah, I've been stuck here. But we were going to get our green card recently, but that got postponed because, the U.S. government sucks. So we still can't leave the country. We're going to go to Europe this year, but it looks like that's not happening. I may go by myself. We'll have to figure that out. It depends on how much money we make in crypto, really. But Valeria really wants to go back to Russia and see her family, so we may try to figure that out. I mean, unfortunately, the immigration department in America is just horrible, horrible, horrible. I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that they just let so many people through the system that shouldn't be going through the system. Valeria obviously should be going through the system because she married an American. A lot of these people that are going into the system are scamming it, and so we're getting blocked up. But yeah, so we don't do too much. I actually like to research medieval history a little bit. I like medieval history and history even from before those times, before medieval Europe, like even I like pre-Roman stuff, like the civilizations of what we now call Turkey, but what was it once called Anatolia. Mm-hmm. I like all those cultures. I always find that stuff really fascinating. But and also the sort of the steppe people. I don't know if you guys know about the steppe people. So I like ancient history, and I also like medieval history. There's mostly medieval history. I would say that is my primary interest. So those are things that I like.
I'm sorry that I was distracted. I just make $1,000 out of one coin that I put this morning. So I'm just kind of like.
You made 1,000. So it is about
I was
crypto.
like, should I just jump out right now,
so
or what should I do?
This is about crypto. Why do you say no?
I said,
So you're lying.
I'm lying. I'm lying.
What, did you become a Democrat over the past half an hour?
A little bit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Valeria is
I
distracted.
have 3 jobs.
because
I'm
of her...
sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I have to be there and there at the same time. No, it's actually my 4th job, what we're doing right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with our job for today. I'm going to continue working.
No, you are going to put out a shelf in the bathroom. Please, it's just 4 holes you need to drill. I will do the rest of myself.
All right, okay. I will go ahead.
Can you drill 4 holes?
Is it a sexual joke? Okay, I'm going to bring 4 girls over and we'll find out. Boom. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and put up the shelf and then I will continue working on our Mr. Reagan videos for this weekend and next week. I will chat with you guys on Monday. You have an awesome weekend. Kiss your wife. Hug your kids. Relax. Watch some TV. And enjoy the weekend. All right. Until Monday, ladies and gentlemen, it is goodbye for us. You want to say goodbye, darling?
Goodbye and see you on Monday. But I'm working on Monday, so probably I won't be able to make it, but it's not 100%.
All right. Well, we will see you guys at some point next week. I will certainly see you Monday. Good night.
Toxic masculinity.